Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Friday the 5th of October comes to you from London. We start by looking at the dollar. Dollar's still looking strong. We need to break this August high ready for this continuation pattern to break. We have been relatively flat. We're still holding the strong position, but dollar is just holding its gain. If we take a look at the euro, see euro still looking weak against the dollar. That is still the feature, dollar strength, euro weakness. Japanese yen, we're seeing the dollar just falling back a little bit here, still holding its bullish position, but we are just seeing yesterday it did fall back. Sterling back above the 130 level against the dollar, and against the euro really rocketing. And interestingly, on this medium-term chart, starting to look pretty bullish. So it looks like the market's starting to price in a Brexit deal. Against the Swiss franc, the dollar's still higher. Sterling's still higher, and against the Aussie dollar weakness really showing through here. Bitcoin actually still struggling a little bit, just managing to get back above the cloud on the short-term chart, but still we're seeing Bitcoin weakness there. The US market fell quite heavily yesterday on these bond yields, so we're seeing we are very much in now bearish territory on the chart. We're down nearly 1% on the S&P. We're seeing really markets globally just having a sell-off again, and the Nasdaq 100 was also off quite significantly, as was the Dow. So the Dow's still holding its bullish position, but honestly, the rest of the indices now starting to look quite worrying. The Russell 2000 starting to approach bearish territory on the medium-term chart for the first time this year. So we are seeing stocks just hitting the buffers a bit. Looking at the futures, the S&P future down slightly this morning. The Nasdaq E-mini future down some 0.2%. So it is looking like the market woes will continue into today. The UK market turning bearish again short term. Mid caps looking a little bit better, but still in that short term bearish phase. And the DAX also looking bearish on that short term chart. The CAC Quarante also down slightly this morning, but it's that bearish short term chart now that will drive things. And if we look at the Japanese market, it was also off around 0.5% overnight. Hang Seng Index continuing to look fairly bearish, and the Chinese market actually up overnight, but bucking the trend there. And the Sensex just sinking lower as well, turning medium-term bearish. So we're starting to see Indian stocks looking bearish as well. And the Aussie market just up slightly on that weaker dollar. Brent crude still sitting above $85. It was at $86 yesterday, but we are still just holding the bull trend there. WTI actually just also holding its trend. So just sitting, holding the moves we've seen, waiting for signals onto the next move. US nat gas holding $3.20, so still looking bullish there. And if we look at gold, just below the $1,200 mark this morning, but still holding its short-term bullish trend. Same with silver. The big story yesterday was US 10-year yields. They fell back slightly. But we're recovering again this morning, back above 3.2%, 3.21 at the moment, and that's having an impact on bond prices. European bonds, this is the German bond sinking lower, now bearish on all three time frames. So expect to see bond markets struggling. Apple, also most tech stocks sold off last night. Apple holding its bullish position. Amazon actually looking a little bit more bearish below the cloud, and Google also diving into bearish territory on the short-term chart, and Facebook back below that 160 mark at 158. So we are seeing at the end of the week quite a bearish outlook for stocks. That's it for today. Until Monday, happy charting. See you then.